Hold on, it's propagating. Got a little propagation. Got a little bit of propagation going on. Hold on. We got the little bit of propagation going on there. 1 second, 1 second. There we go. There we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Hello, hello. Just getting ourselves all set up, ladies and gentlemen. All set up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Just chilling out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just chilling like a villain. All right, all right, all right. Getting the announcements all set up, ladies and gentlemen. Getting the announcements all set up. How's everybody doing today? How are you guys doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are doing well. Bob right there. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. Just chilling like a villain. All right. Getting everything all set up. All set up. Yes, sir. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, yeah, we should be set. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Actually, we're not all set. I got to still share over here. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. All right. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. All right. Just getting everything all set and ready to go. All right. Make sure we're live on the X. Yes, we're live on the X. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. All right. Get everything all set up there. Yep, we're live on the Twitch. All right, let's get right into this then. What's up, guys? It's Double Nix, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nix in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds and the high trees and the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Other times she likes to go into Wendy's. Or sometimes she likes to go out there and steal my lo mein. And other times she likes to go around and just, steal some of my chow mein, right? And she likes to go into the stock market and find them ABCDs. And she did call some wonderful stocks like XCUR, VOR, and ATMC. We call her DBL Moms. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for me right there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's get everything set up. Let's get everything started right here. Let's get it all started right here, ladies and gentlemen. Tis the day. Tis the day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a beautiful day. Wonderful day. A little cold out there today. But we doing good. We doing good, ladies and gentlemen. We doing good. All right. All right, all right, all right. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Boom. All right. Okay. There we are. Okay. So, yeah. Let's get ourselves all set up here. Let me just get this message over here ready to go. Let me get the message here ready to go. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Woo! There we go. Got everything ready now. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some stonks here. We did call quite a few wonderful stonks today. So, before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So, be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the looch, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we called quite a few wonderful stonks today. We did. All right. We called just a couple of hours ago on our private Discord. We called ATMC. ATMC called it on our private Discord prior to its run up 658%. There we go. Yeesh, 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 yeesh. All right. All right. So, yeah, we got that going on right there. ATMC called that one early in the morning, and it ran up a nice 658% right there. 658%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We called that stonk right there. All right, we called another stonk. We called XCUR. XCUR also called that one on our private Discord. Call that one as well on our private Discord. XCUR called it on our private Discord prior to its run up 102% right there. Prior to that 102% run, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Boom, right there. Ha. All right. All right, we also call another stonk VOR. VOR. That stonk ran up a nice 66%. 66% right there. All right. VOR ran up a nice 66%. And then SNTV ran up a nice 60%. 60%, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. All right. So that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on. Ooh-wee. All right. So as of now, that is what we got going on for this stunk right here for SMTV. All right. So let's begin with ATMV, because ATMV apparently came in a little bit earlier. It had a nice little high at around, hold on, it was around 70, actually 99%. It was 99%. I don't know if it ever hit 100, but it hit 99%. So it did have a nice move up to 99%, but however, it eventually fell down. Now kind of needs to break this pennant right over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me, because it fell below the VWAP and then started just consolidating below the pennant right here. Tried to curl its way on up, but ended up going back down. Looks like it might potentially be forming an upside down cup and handle. Maybe. I hope not, but you never know. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. So, as far as this stock goes, ATMV not looking too schmexy as of now. Needs to break through the descending, needs to break through this pennant over here. ATMV needs to break the VWAPA and the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so that's what we got going on for that stonk right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So let's see what else we got over here. NCPL. Let's take a look at NCPL. NCPL looks like it's trying to curl above that VWAP. Actually, literally just peaked above it right there. So right now, it's currently trying to curl above the VWAP. Did have a move upward at one point over here. Had a little ABCD moving over here. And then after that, kind of started to consolidate around here. Broke above the consolidation somewhat. Went back down a little bit. Curled its way back up once again. Dropped back down again, and is now trying to curl and peak above the VWAP right over meow. Right over meow. So, can it break above it? Can it remain above the VWAP? We'll have to see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We will have to see what happens, but as of now, NCPL testing the VWAPA. Can it curl and break it? Question mark. We shall see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. Let's take a look at another stock. ALEX. Oh, by the way, NCPL does have unconfirmed Q2 earnings due in 14 days on the 23rd. So we'll see what happens there. ALEX, Alex, where are we at? All right, this one right here is very consolidated, just above the VWAP right here. So, not feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. Not feeling this one right now. Not feeling this one. Just gonna put that out there. Not looking too schmexy to me. Not looking too schmexy to meow. So, ALEX currently consolidated above the VWAP. ALEX consolidated above the VWAP. So we got that going on right there. ALEX needs some volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Looks like it might even be a reverse, not a reverse split. Actually might be. Let me see over here. Let's see what news they got. Alexander and Baldwin, that's the name of the company's privatization. Strategic move amid market challenges justifies hold rating. All right. So, okay. So they're privatizing. Okay. All right. That makes sense. That tracks. Okie dokie. All right. Well, it be like that sometimes. Let's take a look at another stonk right here. Let's see what we got going on. Shindo, thank you for that follow, buddy. Thank you for the follow. All right. So, yeesh. So, let's see what we got going on here. NCPL. Let's take a look at NCPL. See what we got going on at NCPL. Let's take a look over here. NCPL still trying to break above that VWAP, but right now has a bit of a double top. We don't like the double tops. We like the double bottoms, but better yet, we like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom tails. NCPL not looking too schmexy right now, though. NCPL needs to break the double top and the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right, there we go. Let's see what else we got over here. What other stunks do we have going on? All right. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Right. All right. Let's see. Let's get the requests up. Let's see here. Request. All right. Let's see. All right. There we are. So, not looking too schmexy right now with NCPL. Not looking schmexy right now. Let's take a look at another stonk right here. Let's take a look at another stonk. Let's take a look at VOR. VOR ran up a nice 66% earlier in the day. As of now, though, not looking too schmexy. Looks like a kind of a bit of a odd Igor-looking head and shoulders right here. Shoulder, look. Head right here. All right, a little bit of a shoulder here. Had a nice run up 66%, but then went down below the VWAP right here, below the VWAP right over here, and now kind of sort of has an odd head and shoulders pattern right here. Little bit of an odd one. Little odd. So, man, not feeling this one right here, man. Not gonna lie to you. Not feeling this one right here. Let's get a share party going on, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 500. Let's get to 500, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 500. All right. Let's see what we got here, though, for VOR. VOR looks like it's just a head and shoulders. It needs to break that head and shoulders and needs to break above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. So VOR needs to break the head and shoulders bear pattern and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Otherwise, man, not looking too schmexy to meow. Let's take a look at PBM. Someone requested PBM. Let's take a look at PBM. PBM looking terrible. All right, so PBM right now, not looking too schmexy as of today. PBM is currently holding a double top right up here at the $2.31 mark. All right, so you got that going on right there. And then afterwards, you also have this big old descending wedge right over meow. There we go. So, let's take a look over here. Science Biomedical Limited. That is the name of this company. Their shares are trading higher after the CEO's year-end letter highlighted progress on its phase of, is that 11? IIB? Is that, whatever. It's phase Bravo psilocybin trial, ethical ibogaine, sourcing in Africa, and its cash position. All right. I mean, I guess so. And they also have unconfirmed Q4 earnings due in 14 days on the 23rd of December. So they got that going on as well, ladies and gentlemen. They got that going on as well. So, yeah, as of now, PBM needs to break above the VWAPA and also above that double tapa. So we need to get both of those things there. It needs to break the pennant as well for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But first things first, PBM needs to break that VWAP. PBM needs to break the VWAPA right there for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. What else we got? What else we got? Let me add them. Let me add them. TWG, TWG. Let's take a look over here. TWG currently needs to break the downtrend, ladies and gentlemen. Needs to break that downtrend right there because that is a steep drop. Needs to break the downtrend for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, but otherwise, meh, not looking too schmexy. It's down 70% TWG. Don't know why. I don't know why anybody would want this stock, but okay. Needs to break the downtrend. Very, very low. It doesn't look good, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking too good. TWG needs to break the downtrend for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Otherwise, not looking good. Not looking good. Let's take a look at XCUR. XCUR, we called this one earlier on our private Discord. On our private Discord, ladies and gentlemen, and it ran up a nice 102%. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? So, XCUR currently below the VWAP, needs to break above the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me, but it did have a nice run up 102%. Called it on our private Discord prior to that run, so we got that going on right there. XCUR needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So that's something we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. XCUR. All right. There we go. Called that one on our private Discord prior to it even running, ladies and gentlemen. Prior to it even running. As a matter of fact, let me take a look right over here. Bop right here. All right. Bop right there. And XCUR. XCUR ran up a nice 188%. We called this actually yesterday, speaking of which. We called XCUR yesterday, and we called it earlier in this morning at 3:02 a.m. So we got that going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on. We called XCUR, believe it or not, on Friday. That was the original time we called it. We called it on Friday. It was at 13%. Then we called it yesterday at 3:32 p.m. when it was at 40%. It ran up to 66, then 108, then 133, then 159, then 188. That was the high of day for XCUR. And then after that, we called it again today at 3:02. It ran up from 75% all the way to 102%. So we got that going on right there. That's something we got going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, ladies and gents, just saying, we are just made different. Just made different. We called XCUR on Friday, and then called it yesterday, and then called it today. Who does that? Nobody. Nobody. Come on now. Can't nobody do it like us. Called XCUR 2 days in advance. Actually, we called it a day in advance for prior to its 188% run, and then 2 days in advance prior to its 102% run. So, yeah. Yeesh. All right. All right. So, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Let's take a look at VOR. VOR. Actually, you know what? We already did that one. Let's take a look at BHVN. This one was requested of us. BHVN. BHVN. And let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get to 700. 700. BHVN, not looking too schmexy at all. Very choppy, very gappy. Not a lot of volume with the stunk. Look at all those indecisive wicks. Not schmexy at all. BHVN, very gappy with low volume. Not looking too schmexy to mya. Not looking too schmexy to mya. Lush Lev asks for ATMC. All right, ATMC ran up a nice 658%, but has since gone down since then. ATMC, let's take a look. ATMC, as of now, went down over here, right? Curled its way back up, went down a bit more, had some indecisive wicks, was very low on volume, shot back up over here, and now is currently trying to stay above the VWAP. But let's take a look at the volume over here for ATMC. ATMC is, number one, it is an expensive stock. It is $71 and change. That is an expensive stock, up 358% right now, but it ran up a nice high 658. So it's got that going on right there. So as of now, ATMC. Let's take a look at the float. Float is 535,000. Volume is 760,000. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So we got that going on right there. That is something we got going on. ATMC, very low float, very high volume, also very heavy in terms of price. So yeah. Yeesh. That's how it be, ladies and gentlemen. That is how it be. Ooh, let me stretch real quick. Ooh. All right, let me get my water in me too. Ooh. All right. Why Lush asks, why is it T12? T12. I do not know what that means, but okay. As of now, though, the session volume for this stock is currently, the float is 535,000. Volume is 760,000. So we got that going on right there. But it did have that nice run up 658%. Dropped back down at, it dropped way down to 358% right there. Oh, why is it halted? Okay, well, as of now, let's take a look and see why it's halted. I mean, it could be a variety of different things, but right now there's no reason why it's halted. It could just be halted by the market itself. I don't know entirely. There could be a variety of different reasons why it's halted as of now. So right now, not really much going on here with this stock. It just does get halted from time to time. But quite frankly, this stock dropped after a nice run of 658%. So, quite frankly, I can't exactly complain. You know what I mean? You know, it do be like that. I made some money on it. So, I can't complain. But it be like that sometimes. So, let's take a look at another stock here. Somebody requested ANNX. Somebody requested that. Okay, let's take a look at ANNX. ANNX. Let's take a look at ANNX. Up 3%. Very choppy on the way up. Not looking too schmexy as of now. Very, very choppy. Lot of indecisive wicks going on there. Lush says, oh man, I brought it at 100. Well, right now with ATMC, I mean, it could potentially maybe curl a bit, but as of now, me personally, I always keep a stop loss. You know what I mean? Me personally, that's just me. But not stock advice, nothing like that. It just is. You know what I mean? ANNX as of now, very very choppy, very choppy. Not looking too schmexy as of now. Not a lot going on there. Lot of indecisive wicks going on right here. A lot of indecisive wicks. And then pretty much just choppiness all around for ANNX. Up 2%. Not looking too schmexy right now. A lot of indecisiveness going on with those wicks. So ANNX needs more volume. Very choppy and indecisive. Not looking too schmexy. There we go. So let's see what else we got. What else we got right here? What else we got? What else we got? Let me see. Let me add them. Let me add them because I'm looking through the requests here. Looking through requests here. All right. Somebody requested NFE. NFE. November Foxtrot Echo. Let's see here. Has unconfirmed Q3 earnings due in 14 days on the 23rd. Down 10%. Not looking schmexy. A lot of barcoding here, which implies very low volume right now. A lot of barcoding. Not a good look right here. So, NFE, NFE, barcoding with very low volume. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So as of now, with the stonk NFE looking like trash right now. Let's take a look at PBM. Someone requested PBM. 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 All right. PBM. Again, has up 6%, has news that Science Biomed shares are trading higher after the CEO's year after year highlighted progress on phase. What is this? I'll call 11B. Psilocybin trial, ethical ibogaine sourcing in Africa, and its cash position. Also has some unconfirmed Q4 earnings due in 14 days on the 23rd before the market opens. Yeah, that's what we got going on. All right, so as of now with the stonk, not looking too schmexy with the stonk PBM. PBM needs to still break that pennant and still break that VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. PBM needs to break the VWAPA and the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Let's go over the crowd favorites real quick. The crowd favorites, ASST. ASST, I'm pretty sure it's going to be barcoding or very low volume. Actually, strangely enough, it's got low volume, but it is moving up on that low volume. So I will give it credit where credit's due. It's moving up on some low volume right there. Broke through the VWAP and everything. ASST moving up on low volume, though. It is low volume, but I will say ASST broke the VWAPA and is moving up on low volume. All right. So, as of now, that's pretty much what we got going on here. That is what we got going on. Let's take a look at another stonk here. What other stonks we got going on? What other stonks do we have today? All right. Let's take a look at OPEN. How's Open doing? Let's take a look at OPEN. Very choppy. All right. Let's see what we got here. What else do we got? Let me add them. All right. There we go. So, as of now, Open is up 0.28%. Up to 0.28%. Very choppy, very barcodey as of now. Needs volume for it to really break through. The channel time that I got planned for it over there. The channel time. It's channel time. Let's take a look over here. OPEN needs to break above the channel. Barcoding, a lot of barcoding. So we need to fix that right there. It needs to be fixed for it to be so much schmexy to me. All All right, let's take a look at another stock right there. BYND. BYND was another favorite. Down 2%. Currently very, very barcoded. Not looking schmexy at all. All right, but worth looking at least. It was worth a look, a little peek. BYND. BYND. Barcoding. Very low volume on that stock right there. All right. All right. Down 2% with BYND. Not looking too schmexy. All right. So let's take a look at GIPR. Someone requested GIPR. Let's take a look at GIPR. GIPR. Let's see here. GIPR up 20%. 20%, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on right there. So, yeah, up 20% right there. 20% right there. All right. So, as of now, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on. How's you guys' day going, man? It's cold out here. It's cold, bro. I mean, I tell you, it is cold. All right, for real. It is. Like, let me put it to you this way, right? All right. I'm trying to chill. No pun intended, right? I'm relaxing. I'm doing my thing, right? And I'm basically just trying to do my thing right now. I find out there's frost on my car. There is frost on the car. Frost is on the car. We in Florida and there's frost. It's that cold. I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right. So, yeah. I mean, hold on. I'm just saying, man. It is doing its thing right now. Alex Martinez says, "Yeah, it's really cold working new construction." Oh, bro, be safe. Be safe, man. I hope you're not working anywhere like high. Like, I hope you're not working anywhere high, brother. It's really cold working new construction, and trying to trade with cold hands is really hard. I got to get out of New England. I get it, man. I do. I hear you. Yeah, just be safe, man. Do be safe though, because I know it's gotta. From what I've heard from friends of mine in construction, it sucks working on construction in the cold, and apparently it could also get slippery. So be very, very careful, man. Alex, stay safe, man. Stay safe. All right, let's see what's going on though. NCPL seems to be moving. NCPL. We'll continue this conversation though. NCPL up 74%, has unconfirmed Q4 earnings due in 14 days, on the uptrend right now. NCPL. I did say it was moving up, but now it's like starting to really kind of move up some more, a little bit there. NCPL currently up 76% and climbing. NCPL climbing up 77% right there. 77% right there. So got that going on right there. It is climbing its way on up. Unconfirmed news. Unconfirmed earnings in 14 days for Q2. So we got that going on. Let's see if it's got any other news. Any other news? Yes, they do. Net Capital, which is the name of the company, appoints a new CEO amid a strategic shift. And their order offering to employees via benefits plans via a Form S. And they also submitted a Form 8. So they got that going on right there. They're just doing their thing right now. Yeah. So, as of now, with NCPL, let's take a look at the chart. NCPL climbed its way on up, has a little bit of a top tail going on now. We don't like the top tails, we like the bottom tails, but right now it was climbing its way on up 76%. So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, back to what we were saying. Yeah, Alex, it is really, really cold, man. It is cold. Like, there are times where, you know, I will sit there and say to myself, how does it get this cold? Do you know last year we got snow in Florida? We got snow in Florida year. First time in 30 years that snow ever hit Florida. It happened. And we got about what? I'd say 5 feet? 5 feet of snow. Round there? I think it was like 4 or 5 feet of snow. Right? Which, okay, by most normal people's standards, if you're living up north or you're living in the Midwest or you're living, normally in any other place where it's normally cold and there's snow, they're like, that's nothing, man. I had to practically swim through snow. Whereas me, it's Florida. I'm pretty sure they had to bring plows down from, I believe they had to bring plows down to certain areas of Florida from like Alabama, Georgia, and I think Louisiana as well, because Florida didn't exactly have many plows, just going around because it doesn't normally snow here. So you'd be surprised when you step outside in Florida and you're seeing snow just randomly start falling. The oh my lord, it was a mind screwage for me, man. Oh, but yeah, Alex, stay safe, man. Do be safe because it is cold working construction. And from what I know, at least, there is slippage. So hopefully you're not working anywhere too high. Hopefully you have the proper equipment, which you probably do. So, just I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Get at, work hard, make a lot of money, hustle hard, and get out of New England so you can do your thing and be where you want to be and achieve your dreams and aspirations, man. Yeah, that's what it's about. Because that's what it's about, man. Me personally, it's always been about the dreams and aspirations for me. So yeah, this is why I do what I do. I love doing what I do. I love doing it with you guys. I love just chilling with the indelible peeps, my indelible peeps over here. Right? I love chilling with you guys. You know what I mean? So, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, so be sure to check out that link. Ladies and gentlemen, you get access to amazing tools. No other Discord gives you tools to basically learn how to trade. We also love to educate people. We love to help people grow. We have a wonderful community that is specifically meant for growing. We have another one, actually, yeah, that's pretty much what we do here. That's what we do, always. And Alex says, appreciate it, big dog. Always safe and being safe. Pays bills in this trade. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always make sure, man. Make sure the bills are getting paid, but make sure your health is priority, because you know what, man? Money can be replaced, but health cannot. Well, actually, no. That health cannot. Health is priceless. Human life is priceless. All that good stuff, man. That is a thing that we learn, as we get older, especially with me. I'm getting older nowadays, so I'm starting, be like, hey, funny thing is, when I was younger, like nowadays, this is kind of funny. I've seen so many things on TikTok, right? Or on the YouTube shorts, where there are these people just making all these crazy amounts of sweets, right? And they're basically just eating these ungodly amounts of sweets, right? And I like sweets, man. I do, right? In moderation, I like them. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something. I was not ready for this. There was a woman just dipping a big brownie. I'm talking, this brownie is about the size of my desk. Okay. She was dipping that in strawberry milk, just eating that in her car. I'm like, how do you fit that in your car? Number one. Number two, what type of big activity are we on today? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you just gotta, go somewhere private and eat whatever you want. I get it. But that's something like a little kid will eat. The little kids will eat that. They'll be like, yeah, I have another one. Me, I'll be like, oh, Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, if I take one bite of that, I'm just gonna start like tweaking cartoonishly. Oh my god. You know, I saw this big brownie. This woman was eating this big brownie. I'm just chilling right now while we watching the stocks right now. But this woman was eating this big brownie. My God, and she ate the whole thing. I'm like, good Lord, how, what, how did you, man? That thing looks good. Don't get me wrong. That brownie looked good. I'm just saying though, like, my heartbeat might do somersaults. Like, you put a heart rate monitor to me and I take a bite out of one of those, my heart rate's gonna be like beep, whereas the child's gonna be like yeah, I have another one. Let's have another one. Yeah, let's have another one. Ow. Dead. Man, I tell you what though, it's crazy. It's crazy when you're younger. Oh. Now though, I'm like, Apparently, when I start getting older, I'm like getting up too fast. All of a sudden, you're what? My friends told me that my friends told me that too. Like, when I was 19, they said, oh yeah, dude, it's gonna get like, it's it doesn't get bad by your mid-20s, but you're like, it starts to get. You get up too fast. You're gonna be like, whoa, okay, all right, let's settle down. Doesn't matter how fit you are. Whoa, it's like, all right, ooh. I was recently this past summer, right? I was at a pool, okay, and I was swimming, man. I was doing my thing, swimming. Nice hot summer day, right? And kid drops something. I pick it up. I give it to the kid. I'm like, here you go, little guy. He says, thank you, mister. I'm like, whoa, mister? Mister? What you mean, mister? Hold on. Sir, where you going? What? Hey! What you mean? I mean, I know I'm a mister, but what? You. Wow. They're calling me Mr. Man? Come on now. It's my friends are like, it's starting to happen. Like, my friends that are like older than me, they're like, yes, good, it's starting to happen, the transformation is occurring. Yes, they're like the evil little masterminds. I'm like, you got a wife and kids and stuff like that. Man, I tell you what though, XCUR seems to be moving up. Hold on, let's take a look at XCUR. Let's see how XCUR is doing. Is it curling? It's trying to test that VWAP right now. XCUR is trying to test that VWAP right now. XCUR is testing the VWAP right now. So we got that going on right there. But yeah, man, I tell you what, that got called Mister, man. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. I like sir and mister and stuff like that. Like, whoa. All right, we. They're like, Mr. Nick. I'm like, oh, Mr. Nick is my father. Coach Nick is my father, actually. Yes, Coach. The Coachmeister General. But you know how it be. It'd be like that, ladies and gentlemen. It do be like that, man. But hey, I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff though on the internet, man. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I saw recently there's like this YouTube influencer, very fun influencer. I think his name is Jordan Howlett or something like that. Nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a chill dude. This man is collecting celebrities like they're Pokemon cards. I swear, man. He's got a celebrity cameo every single video, or almost every single video. This man did collabs with Idris Elba. He did collabs with what's his name? Channing Tatum. Who else? I know he did one with, I believe, um, man, I don't remember. I don't remember. But he did a lot of collaborations, is my point. He did a lot of collaborations with like all sorts of different actors and movie stars and rappers and singers, right? And he did all this cool stuff. And I'm just saying to myself, man, how does he get all these people on? I mean, obviously money, but how does he collect these celebrities like Pokemon cards, man? Or maybe they're paying him, to because some of them are paying him to like promote their new movie and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, you know, I had a friend of mine recently. Friend of mine, his kid. I was watching WWE. His kid said, "Oh my God, WWE is like for old people." I'm like, "Whoa, what you mean old people? There are kids that watch this too. What? You ever heard of Cody Rhodes? You never heard of the American Nightmare? Come on, never heard of the American Nightmare? Never Austin 316? No, nothing. Jimmy J. Uso, the Usos, Roman Reigns, The Rock. Not even The Rock. Okay, they had to heard The Rock. Okay, they knew. They knew. Thank God. Thank God. The guy the kid that said that to me. I'm like, thank God. Like my buddy's son said that to me. Thank God, bro knew who The Rock was at least. Come on now, bro needs to know. I'm like, all right. Let me show you some history right now. Let me show you some history. Okay, I need to show him The Rock giving the people's elbow. That needed to happen. That was yes. That needed. Mm. I was I tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. You know that needed to happen. That I needed to show the. I'm like. All right, come here, come here. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this, okay? Because you do not know what the people's elbow is. Come on now. Come on now. We gotta get you cultured. Come on. Gotta get you cultured, man. Yeah. Can't be doing none of that. Come on now. So yeah. I mean, right now I'm just me personally. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. I've just been chilling out. I watched WWE War Games. Right, I got a lot of stuff to look forward to, man. I got a lot of stuff that I'm just chilling out, looking forward to. Right now, I'm just talking to you guys indelibles, because I'm just chilling. We're looking for the next stonk right here, looking for the next stonk. But right now, you know what? I'm just chilling with you guys, because you know what? I like you guys. It's good to talk to you. Good to spend time with you. Good to look at the stonks with you when something's running. XCUR, by the way, it keeps trying to test that VWAP, but it keeps going back down and then going back up and going back down. So right now it's trying to do its thing right now. So we'll see what happens here. Right, but right now that yeah. So yeah, right now I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling right now. So I got a lot of stuff to look forward to so far though. Like when it comes to books and stuff like that, like when it comes to video games as well, comes to all that cool stuff. I recently got into the Warhammer series, like little board games and stuff like that with some friends of mine. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, only kind of cooler. Um, Especially when like because my friends have been getting into it. They got me into it, and it's very fun. It is fun. All right, just chilling. Like it you people are like, oh my god, it's so nerdy. I'm like, dude, this is fun. What? I actually heard this story of like a guy, right? This guy basically invited um these kids who were like going down the wrong path in life. They were part of like they were part of like gangs and stuff like that, right? And these kids, he invited them they were part of his school too. They invited them to play Dungeons and Dragons. Now these kids did not like each other. They were like on the verge of fighting all this stuff, and he was just like sitting there inviting them to play Dungeons and Dragons because he was like, these kids, despite the fact that they didn't like each other, they liked him, right? So he's sitting there, he's sitting there with them. They're making all these threats to each other. And he's like, all right, let's pull a card. All right, let's roll the dice here. Yeah, all right, let's go. And they start getting invested in the game and stuff. They stop like being mad at each other. And now these kids have grown up to be fine young men and women, right? And not only have they grown up to be fine young men and women, they basically say, you know what? I was doing some stupid stuff as a kid, you know. It was an immature time in my life, but you know what? Dungeons and Dragons turned me on the right path. I'm like, hey, look, if that's what it takes, man, oof, that's good. That is good. But yeah, man, I tell you what, I'm just chilling. That is yes. Hold on. XCUR went up to 77%. Tested that VWAP, and went back down a little bit. Tested that VWAP, went back down. Oof. XCUR. XCUR. Come on now. Come on now. XCUR tested the VWAPA. Keeps testing it, man. It's testing it all the time. Yeesh. But yeah. So, yeah, it's basically that. That's what we're doing. We're just chilling out right now with that stuff. Yeah. And I tell you what, man, I've got all sorts of cool stuff I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the new GTA update. They got that going on. GTA 6 is hopefully coming out, maybe. We got, by the way, we got, for those of you that do play Grand Theft Auto 5 especially, we got Michael coming back in Grand Theft Auto 5 before we got GTA 6. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, right now we're just doing our thing right now. I mean, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the new Space Marines update. The new Battlefield update's coming out today. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. You know that, and also, you know, I'm going to be spending time with the family. You know what I mean? Going to be spending time with the family this weekend. Going to be spending time with them today. You know, can never go wrong with that, man. Can never go wrong with that. Can never go wrong with that. I'm going to check out ATMV. ATMV. Let's take a look at ATMV. ATMV currently needs to break that pennant right now. It is currently very much so consolidated at this point in time. ATMV still needs to break the pennant. Yes. For it to be so much maxi to mya. Right? But yeah, that's what we got going on, folks. We're just chilling, man. What do you guys like doing, man, in your spare time? What you guys like doing? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Me personally, I like to just chill, play some video games, spend time with the family, right? You know, spend time with friends, you know, all that good stuff, man. All that wonderful good stuff. Just some good stuff right there. Although there is one thing. There is one thing that me and my friends do that is absolutely hilarious. We play Uno. I heard that they put Uno in casinos. I'm like, why would you do that? There is like, you gotta understand, when me and my friends play Uno, there is a lot of smack talk going on at that table. There is a whole lot of smack talk going on at the table. And a whole lot of backstabbing. It's like, oh yeah, you got a +4? Oh, don't worry about it. It's like, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I got a +4 as well, right here. He's like, okay, oh yeah, don't even worry about it. I got a +4 as well. And then all of a sudden you get +12s. Like +12 going to this one guy who just gets annihilated with +12. And he is giving everybody the dirtiest look. I felt my friend's eyes on the back of my head when I went to go get some water. Like, he was just glaring daggers. That's why I say, man, why would you put Uno there? Why would you put Uno in that area? In a casino? You're just like begging people to get in fights. It is, man, that is messed up, though. I mean, if you're putting Uno in the casino, man, somebody's just sitting there, like, somebody's sitting there with popcorn, man. I honestly, I'd probably be sitting there with popcorn, just like, oh yes, let's wait for this to happen. Let's wait for people to just start crashing out. That's what's gonna happen. Especially you get Uno No Mercy. They have a plus infinity card. I'm like, oh no, what have you done? What have you done? Plus infinity? What? No. What do you mean a plus infinity? It's like exactly what he said. Yeah, that's messed up, though. Oof. Imagine getting hit with one of those plus infinities, man. Oh, that's gotta be, eesh. Yeah, man. They got all that good stuff though. I mean, they're just chilling. They got Connect Four Uno. Apparently that's a thing. They got Uno Jenga. I'm like, what? Okay, now you're just doing extra stuff for the sake of doing extra stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see how ATMV is doing. ATMV has a 3 million volume, 533,000 float. How's ATMV doing? ATMV still currently needs to break above that pennant right there. Still needs to break that pennant. It needs to break that VWAP. All right, let's see ATMV. ATMV still needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Boom, right there. Let's take a look at VOR, see how VOR is doing. VOR still has that head and shoulders pattern going on right there. I'm expecting it to kind of go down a bit right there, off that little area, because it is a head and shoulders, and head and shoulders is a bearish pattern. The only way it can really do anything is if it breaks through that VWAP at $11.98 for it to be so much schmexy to me. Yeesh. So yeah, VOR still needs to break that head and shoulders. Still needs to break that VWAP as well. VOR, can it continue to break through? And we are about 9 minutes away from the bell. The bell! It deafens me. The VOR now up. Actually, no. VOR needs to break the head and shoulders and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to me. Let's hope it doesn't go into that downtrend, man. I hope it doesn't go into a downtrend. That would not be fun. That would not be fun. NCPL, XCUR. Let's see how XCUR is doing. XCUR. All right, let's refresh it. 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 All right, there we go. So yeah, that's what we got going on right there. Double top all the way above this little VWAP over here, and then went back down. Not looking too schmexy. XCUR. XCUR still needs to break that VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. XCUR still needs to break that VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, NCPL. Let's see how NCPL is doing, because I'm pretty sure it's still doing all right. NCPL, little bit of a descending wedge just above the VWAP. Little bit of a descending wedge just above the VWAP. Needs to remain above that for it to be so much maxi to me. All right, little bit of a descending wedge there. NCPL. NCPL needs to break the descending wedge and stay above the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to me. Let's get a share party going on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,000, ladies and gentlemen, 2,000. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alex asks for QLCS. Let's take a look at QLCS. QLCS, ladies and gentlemen, up 59%. Hold on. QLCS. Hold on. QLCS. LSC, maybe? QLCS? No QLCS. You mean QCLS? Is that the one you want? I'll take a look at QCLS if you want that. Just in case, because I can't find a QLCS. All right, QCLS currently up, had a nice little price spike going on up here. Shot up to around 14%. Now kind of moving its way back down just a little bit. Has to stay above the VWAP. Needs to break above this descending wedge right here for it to be so much maxi to mya. Actually, it's not really much of a descending wedge. It just needs to stay above this pennant, really. Not even a descending wedge, just a pennant. All right. So as of now, QCLS price spike. Let me see about the float and volume. Let me see the news, see if it has any news. QCLS actually does have some news. That quantum class computing developer QC Technologies welcomes strategic advisor Martin Shkreli. All right, so that's what they got going on right there in New York, right there. That's in New York. All right. They got the float at 455,000. Volume is at 2.85 million. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. So QCLS, QCLS. All right. So QCLS currently moving right now, moving and grooving and moving and just chilling right now, doing its thing here. QCLS is just, yeah, it's doing its thing. QCLS. Ooh, let me get that stretching. Ooh, there we go. QCLS currently has, actually, oh, right here, float. Float is 3.83 million, excuse me. Approximately 3.83 million. Volume is 3.09 million. So right now, one second right here. Hang on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. I just got to get some water real quick. 1 second. Give me 1 sec here. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. So, QCLS has a Form 8 that was filed, and they also got a new strategic advisor named Martin Shkreli. And as of now, their float is 3.829 million, so I call it approximately 3.83 million, right? Volume is 3.313 million. So the volume is just a little less than the float, trying to climb its way on up. So we'll see what happens there. But right now with this stock, it is currently moving its way on down. So needs to kind of stay above this area right here. Needs to stay within this pennant and needs to break above this pennant right here to be somewhat schmexy to me. But it had a price spike on some low volume. So QCLS, price spike on low volume needs to break above the VWAPA and the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to mea. All right, and now it's 9:30, excuse me, 9:30, baby. 9:30 bell. The bell rings. It goes ringy dingy. It made the wee woo. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on now. Let's get it. Show me something good. I want to see something good right here. Let me see something good. Yeah. Let's see how XCUR is doing. XCUR, yeah, no, it's still not doing its thing. Actually just came out with something here. XCUR shares are trading higher after the company announced results from its completed phase 2 trial evaluating burisafir, a combination with the propranolol and granulocyte colony stimulating factor for the mobilization of hematopoietic or poietic progenitor cells in patients with multiple myeloma, undergoing autologous hematopoietic cell transplantation, achieved its primary endpoint. You know, they could have just said that it worked, and it would have been fine instead of having me just read all that confusing stuff right there. Like, they could have just said that, truth be told. Like honestly, it's okay. I could have just gone without the whole, 15-syllable words. That would have been great. Anyways. So XCUR still consolidated below the VWAP. Has news, but still consolidated below the VWAP right there. XCUR has news, but is consolidated below the VWAP right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see what we got going on here. Somebody... Yeah, let me take a look at OCG now, actually. Let me take a look at OCG before we go into requests. OCG looks like it is moving on low volume because the float is 16 million, a little bit heavy there. Volume is 1 million, so it's got a 1 million volume, and it's climbing up on that 1 million volume, so it's moving up on some low volume right now. So we'll see what happens there. We shall see, we shall see. OCG climbing up on low volume. So, yeah. OCG climbing up on some low volume right there. Let's get that going on right here. OCG climbing on low volume. Let's see what happens there. Forming a top tail. And we like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. Let's take a look at IBIO. IBIO also doing that. Moving on low volume right now. The float is 22 million. Volume is 4 million, ladies and gentlemen. 4 million volume. And it's curling its way on up right now. Curling. On up on low volume right here. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on for the stock. IBIO currently moving up on low volume as well. So IBIO, 4 million volume, 22 million float. Float is still pretty heavy, but the volume is starting to climb up a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. IBIO shot up on low volume. We'll see what goes on there. Let's take a look at NCPL. NCPL. How's NCPL doing? Curling off that descending wedge. Looky. Boom, right there. A little bit of curlage off that descending wedge right there. Up 86%. Come on, baby. There we go. That's what I like to see. NCPL curling off that descending Wedge right there. Come on, baby. Up 88%. Up 88%. Unconfirmed Q2 earnings in 14 days. But up 88% right now. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. All right, there we go. NCPL trying to curl. Curl its way on up. 4 million float. Volume is 54 million. It has more than enough volume to take on that float right there. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. NCPL up 91%. Up 91%. Come on, baby. Come on. Climb on up there. Climb on up. Let me get some support and resistance right over here. Let me get that support and resistance line right over here. Bing and bong right there. Bing, bong. All right, let's see here. Come on. No double topping. No double topping. No double topping. NCPL up 91%. No double topping. Come on. Don't double top. Don't do the dumb to do. Come on now. Yeah, the dumb to do. Yes. Curl, baby, curl. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't play with my feelings, man. Don't play with my feelings, NCPL. Very sensitive. I'm just kidding. But don't play with me, man. Come on. Needs to break that double top right there. Oh, yep. Looks like it's peaking it. It's peaking it. Up 91%. 91%. Come on, baby. Come on. Yes, sir. There we go. 95%. 100%. There we go. There we go. New bagger. New bagger. I told you. I told you. Give me pang. Give me the pang.
What pang?
I want the pang. The pang. Give me the pang. The pang. Give me the pang. 105%. There we go. NCPL. There we go. 105%. There we are. Ooh!
Yes, sir.
Ooh! New bagger. Ooh! Wow! There we go. New bagger, new bagger, new bagger. New bagger. NCPL, new bagger. NCPL. Call me Maxine Dupree because I got another one. If you haven't seen the thing, by the way, she got another one. Up 106%. There we go. Climbing. It's testing the height. Yes, sir. It's peaking above it. Peaking above it. NCPL 112%. 112%. Up 112%. New bagger, baby. Called it. Called it right on the stream. Yes, sir. See what happens?
Yes.
See what happens when the DBL effect takes place. Yeesh. Called it on stream, baby. NCPL up 112%. Right, come on now. NCPL currently doing its thing right now. Currently doing its thing here. There we go. It's up 112% right now. 112%. Just doing its thing right there. Right there. Right there. Let me get that new support line here. Is it halted? Let me see if it's halted. Yeah, it's halted. NCPL halted. NCPL halted up 112%. NCPL They never let me have no fun. NCPL halted at 112%, baby. There we go. Called it, though. We called that, baby. We called that. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,500. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. You got an educational community full of good people who want to grow and help you grow and help us grow, and we all grow together. And we also got a bunch of tools and also news and all sorts of other good stuff, so be sure to check it out, man. ATMV now curling above the VWAPA. Above the VWAPA. Come on now. Curling above the VWAPA. ATMV. All right, let's see here. All right. ATMV curled above the VWAPA off the pennant. There we go. Yes. 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 All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at AFJK. AFJK seems to be moving as well. AFJK seems to be moving on low volume. Let's see how it's doing. AFJK poked above the VWAPA, but it is low volume, so low volume poke above the VWAPA. Now forming a red candle there. AFJK poked above the VWAPA. Needs volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Remember to share. Rahum asks, you believe TWG will go back up to $20 in no time? That's what they said. Well, what they say and what actually happens are two different things. And I don't know who they are, but as of now with TWG, Top Wealth Group shares are trading lower after the company announced the pricing of its $5.04 million public offering. So they basically just did a public offering. They did a shelf registration too. And right now it's down 69%. And they did a public offering of 720,000 units at $7 per unit. So as of now, not looking schmexy because it is down 69%. As far as it going to 20, I don't know. Me personally, I don't know, because I'm not them. Number one, I'm not the stock market. I'm not a stock advisor either. But I will say this. It does not look schmexy. So, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Remember to share, because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check us out on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, where we do lots of live streaming, lots of videos, lots of shorts, lots of amazing little content there as well. You can find us there at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on X.com, a.k.a. Twitter, where we do lots of live streaming, lots of stock reviews and analysis. And, yeah, you can find us there at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch, where we do lots of live streaming at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on the TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Yes. So yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. So we are going to be chilling out doing the Power Play show later. So by 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing Power Plays with the legend himself, the one who is goated at Fortnite. We call him the Coach Meister General. He is hosting the Power Play show that's going to be premiering once again at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he is going to be chilling out doing that. He's going to be taking a look at some stonks, giving his honest analysis. And then after that, he is going to be playing some Fortnite. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. So, yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. Be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Be sure to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We got all these amazing tools that you are looking at right here. We got this amazing scanner with all these little hyperlinks to all these little stocks over here, which gives you the change, the percentage, whether the stock is moving up or down, ticker, price, volume, float, chart, news, etc. All that good stuff is in these little tiny hyperlinks over here, as well as a chart right here. You also get access to the newsroom right here. These are just two of the many different things you will gain access to, by the way. And to top it off, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you pretty much get access to all that good stuff right there. You get access to an amazing, supportive community full of very, very interesting people who want to help each other learn, who want to grow together, and who want to grow as a family. So, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys. I call you indelibles because you are indelibles. You are one of a kind. Leave your mark. Remember that it is one of a kind. So, take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Be safe. And I look forward